take a look at the Players Lounge. As you can see, there's been a pretty dramatic change to the space from last season, and we spent a lot of time talking to Coach Satterfield and the staff about what they want, but I would tell you we probably spent more time talking to the players about what they might want as well. We wanted something to be functional and practical, where they felt comfortable in the facility. As last year they didn't spend as much time in the Players Lounge as we would like, or even in the upstairs side of the facility. I think this year you can see, since we've remodeled this already, when they got exposed to it on Friday, it was filled. Over the weekend there was a lot of them here. I was over here this morning, and they're here again. So it's functional in the sense that they can come over, relax. They can also, in between classes or around classes and practice, they can work on studies if they want. They can do that here. They're certainly going to be eating here in the facility. But they can also get their iPads, and if they want to do game study, film. This morning, if you'd have seen what they were doing, it's a whole variety of things going on in the facility. But we wanted to also show the kind of the legacy of our program. So there's a number of things that represent the community when you come in with the city of Louisville, as well as great players in our history. We're going to be more pronounced about our academic excellence. There'll be pictures of Coach Satterfield with the graduating classes. We obviously, if you saw on the back of the helmets, we had a helmet sticker recognizing the 21 graduates that we already have in roster. But the other part, going back to the players, you can see behind me, Lamar Jackson's a part of our legacy and always will be, being a Heisman winner. We'd love to make space for another one, but while we have Lamar downstairs and upstairs, we recognize what he's done here, and I think it's meaningful to the players. It does represent a lot of great things individually, but also the teams that he was on were the one who was as close as we've been to really competing at a national championship level, and what we strive to get back to. But when they're in here, there's bunk beds for them if they want to go back in the back and take a nap. There's resting pods. They can certainly play games while they're here. If they got in between classes. I know that gaming is big these days with kids, and we created a gaming area over there, and then more themes around the relaxed areas where they got pool table, ping pong, foosball, all those kind of things. And then on the screens that we have in here, they can watch whatever they want on the significant screen you have behind you, and they can control what's on the TV when they're here. So, but we want it to be their area, and we want it to be cool and comfortable, and I can tell you the excitement for the players when they came in here on Friday before recruits saw it on Saturday was outstanding. They're highly appreciative, is what I would probably say, in the response that they've given us as they've watched it come along. So I know we're excited about it. We were excited to unveil it. And while there's other high-tech things, you're seeing this in college football and in college sports about creating some areas that are cool. I know that you've seen some things in the SEC. We wanted to not create all that in the locker room. I think that's the biggest thing, that our kids want to get away from the locker room at times too, and this is a way to do this, to relax. So they still got their privacy in the locker room to some degree. They'll have it up here as well, and then we obviously want to let them come up here and work on their studies and other things while they're here. But if they're any kind of barometer for us, whether we did a great job here, I think we've gotten the L's up on this from the kids for sure. And we're thankful for Alan Muncie and ARC and the subcontractors he used to get this done. I mean, this area of the building happened in 30 days, literally, changing over from ceilings to floorings to video to all the aspects. And it happened, some of the design on the fly, but it turned out terrific.
Do you have any idea how you can measure where it puts you kind of with other schools that have the cool factor things?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Everybody's seen LSU that spent $28 million in a locker room. I'm not sure we were ever going to go to that extent. Our kids don't want to sleep in the locker room. They want to be somewhere where it's peaceful. It's well lit and music going on in the locker room, and again, there was a lot of open air space, and some of them that we saw, much like you've seen in LSU's, but our kids still want their privacy. So they're still 18, 19 years old, and they still want their privacy, when they're going in and out of the shower and all the other stuff. And I think that we tried to maintain that privacy with the locker room effects that we did, and we did, renovate the locker room too. But I think this one, for us, we've seen a lot of them. We've seen the slide at Clemson and so forth. But again, just going back to what's functional for what the kids do on a day-to-day basis, that's what we were after.
Do you have an estimate of how much this kind of the whole remodel costs?
Yeah, we went through the board approval to get approximately $1.5 million to renovate this, as well as what you've seen by the work that was done by Jack Porter downstairs in the hallways, the NFL area and so forth. But it was right at about $1.5 million.